A project of Hartman's Community Center and King Pine Farm Studios. Donate to Hartman's Community Center today, 41 Main Street East, Milton, Ontario, Canada, L9T1N2. Hartman's Community Center is a registered charity with Revenue Canada and can offer tax-deductible receipts for donations made to it. Now, I hadn't known that Madame Halusha had the ability to take on a human form through her dragon magics, and so it never occurred to me that the young hostess who I had angered was actually the dragoness who had been eager to turn me into a young clone of herself. And so, when she walked behind the building and a big, huge, angry dragoness came out, it never occurred to me that they were one and the same. The dragoness, however, led me to the Ares launch ramp, where my daughter was hoisted up on the neck of another dragoness. And I whistled and walked away, totally unaware that Madame Halusha's honor had been impinged on and that she was seeking redress. So, it was with a grunt and a roar that I heard her leap behind me and snatch me up in her huge claws, and she hauled me high, high, high up into the atmosphere, much higher than the other dragons and dragonesses were going. And once we had reached the stratosphere, she held me in front of her large pointy teeth, and asked me if I wished to reconsider accepting my prize from Lotto Drac. Under those circumstances, what could I say but to accept? And so she held her magical key in front of her snout and blew a blast of fire in my direction, and I grew and changed and turned into a younger, smaller clone of Madame Halusha, and I felt my humanity being sliced off as my new dragoness body sealed around me. And naturally, after the changes were complete, I plunged towards the ground, unaware of how to use my wings, at the same time that my daughter was squealing with joy on the neck of the other dragoness. However, Madame Halusha was not going to let me flatten her form, whether it was mine or hers, and so she rescued me from that plunge, and we spent the next few hours being trained by her, learning how to fly with my wings. Finally, however, the end of the day was approaching, and I was eagerly awaiting my return to a human form, a male form, and the sun was setting. So she told me what landing strip in the area to come down in and what the various symbols on the landing ground meant, and she flew off to check up on the other stray dragonesses who were wandering about, just in case they still wished to return to their human form. It had to be done before the sun set. And so I came plunging down towards the landing strip, all 10 tons